Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, today, it seems like this week just started off with a bang, man. From the whole RICO charge incident that occurred with Young Thug and Gunna to now your boy Caswell Sr., aka Casanova2x. He pled guilty in court today, man. It says that Caswell Sr., aka Casanova, admits to a shooting and a robbery and having a gang leadership role, and is the 13th defendant to plead guilty in his case. So pretty much he pled guilty to the racketeering and narcotics trafficking conspiracies and all that, man. And to be honest with you, it sounds crazy because he's facing up to 5 to 60 years in prison. It sounds crazy, but that was the best thing that Cass could have done. And don't be misled by the wordplay when it says he pled guilty to 5 to 60 years. People thinking he gonna do a whole bunch of time. At the end of the day, if this man would have took it to trial, it's no telling how much years they would have gave him. They could have gave him 60. They could have gave him life. They could have did whatever. You don't play with the feds. That's one thing. If you ever in these streets, you know that you do not play with the feds, especially taking things to trial, making them spend money. Just know that if you play with the feds, they gonna get you. They come with all type of surprise witnesses and CIs and CWs and evidence and tapes and leaks. At the end of the day, all odds was against Casanova. As crazy as it sounds, his best interest was to plead guilty. They say he was the 13th defendant to plead guilty. So if he was to sit there and take the trial, it would have looked bad on him anyway, because he already had 12 others that pretty much pleaded guilty. And it just wouldn't have looked right to the jury. All right. Not to mention, you got to have your money up. When you playing with these feds, you got to have your money up to pay these lawyers. It's just a lot, man. I can't even begin to explain it. Just know that he did the right thing. And 9 times out of 10, it just sounds all crazy for media's sake to say 5 to 60 years. Just know that the minimum is 5. So I think pretty much he gonna have to do that 5, but 9 times out of 10, he's not gonna do no 60 years and all that craziness. He better off, if I'm not mistaken, he probably do anywhere from 5 to 8. You know, I just had an uncle that actually went through a situation like that, where they tried to offer him a crazy number like 60 or 70 years in Pennsylvania and all that. He ended up copping out to like 12, I think 12 years or 10, something like that. And he only ended up doing I want to say 8, something like that. 6, 8 is one of them. Is one of them. At the end of the day, I say all that to say this, man. The good thing is he still have a chance to get out and be free. I know it sounds, like I said, I keep saying it sounds crazy because you hit 5 to 60. He still have the chance to be out and see his family or whatever the case may be. I know he's happy that this is pretty much over. You don't got to sit there and keep wondering what's going on. Just plead guilty, get your time over with. It sounds easier said than done, because it very much is. However, these are the circumstances, man. You got guys like 6ix9ine talking crap already. We already knew that was coming, but we're not going to entertain that because we already know the route that he took. All right. Now, as far as the article goes, it says here, Casanova, born Caswell Sr., first surrendered to the FBI in late 2020. Prosecutors allege he led the untouchable Gorilla Stone Nation Bloods gang and in the role directed a conspiracy that spanned from New York to Florida. Now it says the U.S. Attorney's Office in Manhattan said Wednesday that Casanova admitted to a July 2020 shooting in Florida, an August 2018 robbery in New York City, and to trafficking more than 100 kilograms of marijuana. Now the rapper, best known for the 2016 cut Don't Run, is due to be sentenced this coming December, at which time he faces a mandatory minimum of 5 years in prison and a maximum sentence of 60 years. So you gotta think, Cass, I think he surrendered himself in 2020. So we already in 2022. By the time December comes, that'll be like 2 years, right? Yeah, 2 years in total it'll be. and that's already 2. So his minimum is 5. They gonna have him in there being sentenced until December, which is crazy, but you know that's how they play, man. And your minimum is 5 anyway, so it just is what it is. 9 times out of 10, that's all going to count to your time. You know, so if he got a minimum of 5 years, he already got 2 in by the time December comes, and then yeah, he gotta just finish out whatever time they decide to give him. Now, if he do programs, what else? He do good behavior, don't get in no trouble in there, then you know they might have a little leniency on him, and he might get out a little earlier. However, the minimum is 5 years, so he's definitely gonna have to do that 5. So, yeah, that's it, man. Y'all let us know how y'all feel about this in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping, and I'm out.